Solomat University was a place of dreams and possibilities, where students from all walks of life gathered with hopes of building a bright future. Among the bustling crowds of freshmen were Jack and Juliet, two young students brimming with ambition. Jack, a charming and confident young man, aspired to become an engineer. His striking looks, with piercing eyes and a winning smile, made him the center of attention on campus. Many female students were drawn to him, and whispers of admiration followed him wherever he went. Juliet, on the other hand, was a quiet but determined lady with dreams of excelling in public health. Little did they know, their journey at Solomat University would change the trajectory of their lives forever. Jack came from a poor home. He was the only one from a family of 7 that his parents decided to send to the university, in the hope that he would graduate, get a good-paying job and help the family. He was entrusted with the family's responsibilities. It was a joyous event when his application to study at the prestigious Solomat University came out positive. His admission was celebrated with good advices from his poor father, who retired as a railway officer. His mother, a petty trader, who always tell him, "Jack, remember where you come from, be careful of the campus girls, look at your brothers and sisters." Jack would nod his head in affirmation. On the other hand, Juliet came from a rich family. Her parents provided her with all her needs. She lived in good accommodation, wore best of clothes, jewelries, and shoes. She was the darling of many young men on campus. The day she was dropped off at school opened the eyes of many boys on campus who were searching for rich girls to date, but she disappointed all of them, opting to focus on her academics. However, that was the case until she met Jack. It was during the orientation week that Jack and Juliet met. Jack, an extrovert, approached Juliet with a playful smile during a group icebreaker session. He had forgotten all his parents' warning. Juliet, initially reserved, found his enthusiasm contagious. What began as casual conversation quickly blossomed into friendship. Soon, they became inseparable, sharing meals at the cafeteria, studying together at the library, and strolling through the serene gardens of the campus. Jack's popularity grew rapidly. His charm and good looks made him the object of affection for many girls on campus. Some of them went to great lengths to get his attention, leaving love notes in his bag, showing up at his hangout spots, and even volunteering to help with assignments he hadn't started. The attention he received caused some male lecturers to become jealous. They murmured among themselves, speculating if Jack used some kind of charm to attract so many admirers. Despite the constant attention, Jack only had eyes for Juliet. Their bond deepened, and by the end of the first semester, they were officially a couple. Many young men on campus started threatening Jack to see if he could leave Juliet. He was beginning to see reasons with them on why he should leave Juliet. While contemplating on his next line of action, the bad boys on campus struck. They met Jack, informed him of their confraternity. "We belong to Jolly Brothers," they told Jack. The head of group, Akaka, told Jack that for him to fight off his enemies and Juliet admirers and keep Juliet all to himself, he must seek the collaboration of the Jolly Brothers. Jack was taken aback and asked, "Please, what is Jolly Brothers all about?" The reply was quick, "We are brothers, happy brothers." "What do brothers do, Jack?" "Brothers protect one another, brothers look after one another, brothers fight for brothers." Jack was lost, but yet the thought of keeping Juliet as his girlfriend was echoing on his mind. So he said, "Okay, I want to become a member of Jolly Brothers." From that day onwards, the threat from Juliet admirers subsided and the two lovebirds continued their love fantasy engagements. Their relationship became the envy of many students. Jack and Juliet were often seen laughing together, holding hands, and enjoying the bliss of young love. However, as their romance grew, so did the distractions. By the middle of their first year, it became evident that their love was beginning to interfere with their academics. Jack often skipped lectures to spend time with Juliet and Jolly brothers, convincing her to do the same. They would spend hours at the campus cafe, discussing their dreams and planning their future together. Group projects and assignments were delayed, and exam preparations were neglected. At first, they dismissed their poor grades as a minor setback, believing they could catch up in the following semesters. Their good friends tried to intervene. "You two need to focus," one of Juliet's roommates advised. "Campus life is full of distractions, but your education should come first." But Jack laughed it off. "We're young. We have time to fix this," he said confidently. Juliet, though uneasy, chose to follow Jack's lead, trusting that things would improve. As their second year began, Juliet started to feel the weight of her academic struggles. She felt that the encroachment of Jolly brothers may be affecting Jack and as such indirectly affect her. She had accumulated several carryovers, and the realization hit her hard when she attended a departmental meeting where professors emphasized the importance of staying on track. Juliet's family had high expectations of her, and she couldn't bear the thought of disappointing them. One day, after receiving another poor test score, Juliet broke down in tears. Her closest friends rallied around her, urging her to prioritize her studies. A kind professor, Professor Charles Omo, a kind-hearted man, who advises students on their academic engagements and activities on campus, noticing Juliet's potential, offered to mentor her and help her create a study plan. Determined to turn things around, Juliet began attending lectures regularly. She confided in Professor Charles Omo, who advised her to disengage her relationship with Jack and concentrate on her studies. Although it was difficult for her, having grown fond of Jack, she tried, and soon her focus shifted to her studies. She studied without season, staying up late to do her assignment and carry out further studies, and cutting back on social activities. Jack, however, was not on the same page. He continued to skip classes and insisted that Juliet should relax and spend more time with him. "You're overthinking," he said one evening. "We'll figure it out together, like we always do." "No, Jack," Juliet replied, her voice trembling. "I can't keep failing. I have to fix this." Juliet's new dedication to her studies created a rift between her and Jack. She spent less time with him and more time in the library or with her study group. Jack began to feel neglected and frustrated. He tried to win her back with romantic gestures, but Juliet's priorities had shifted. By their third year, Juliet had regained her footing academically. She managed to clear her carryovers and was back on track to graduate with her cohort. Her professors, especially Professor Omo, praised her resilience, and her friends celebrated her achievements. Jack, meanwhile, continued to spiral and later realized that Jolly brothers were a cult group who engaged in dubious activities on campus, including stealing and bullying. He was quick to report the group to the Solomat University security, and they were apprehended and arrested. Jolly brothers couldn't prove that Jack was one of them. Jack denied his involvement with the group, claiming that while he was seen with the group he was not aware of their activities, and when he found out he reported them. The school security believed his account and pardoned him on the ground that he reported the crime and saved the school property and averted mayhem. After the group was arrested, Jack seemed to have defeated some of his distractions, but the damage to his academic pursuit was done. Jack's grades plummeted further, and he failed to meet the requirements to move to his final year. Despite Juliet's encouragement, Jack remained stuck in a cycle of procrastination and denial. The day of Juliet's graduation was bittersweet. She stood proudly in her cap and gown, surrounded by family and friends. As she posed for photos, she couldn't help but think of Jack, who was absent from the ceremony. She had tried to convince him to attend, but he had refused, too ashamed of his failures. "You did it, Juliet," her mentor Professor Omo said with a smile. "I'm so proud of you. Jack watched from a distance as Juliet celebrated. His heart ached with regret. He realized too late that he had let love and distractions derail his future. Juliet moved on, securing a job in public health and eventually marrying a colleague she met in her field. Jack, however, remained on campus, struggling to clear his carryovers and grappling with feelings of failure. Years passed, and Jack's once bright future seemed like a distant memory. He became a cautionary tale for younger students at Solomat University. Don't let distractions ruin your education, professors would warn. Remember Jack, who had everything but lost it all. Jack often sat alone in the campus gardens, reminiscing about his time with Juliet and the choices he had made. He regretted not heeding her advice or taking his studies seriously. While Juliet built a successful career and a happy life, Jack was left behind, burdened by his mistakes and the consequences of his actions. The story of Jack and Juliet became a poignant reminder of the importance of balance and focus. Their love story, though beautiful, was a testament to the challenges students face in navigating relationships and academics. Juliet's journey showed the power of determination and self-discipline, while Jack's tale underscored the lasting impact of poor choices. In the end, Solomat University continued to thrive, its halls echoing with laughter, dreams, and the lessons learned from those who had walked its paths before. For Jack, it was a life of love and regret, a cautionary tale that would inspire others to strive for a better balance between the heart and the mind. Let me know your thought about the story in the comment section. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.